Hey, true story fans. Today we look at one of the most influential bands of all time, Pink Floyd. Their story is more than music. It's a story about creative brilliance, mental illness, friendship, and betrayal, about pushing the boundaries of what rock could be. So here's the story of Pink Floyd. In the mid-1960s, four young men, Roger Waters, Nick Mason, Richard Wright, and a visionary guitarist-singer named Syd Barrett, came together almost by accident. Waters and Mason met while studying architecture. Wright joined them soon after, and Barrett became the spark that lit the fuse. At first they were called Sigma 6, then the T-Set and a few other names, but they were always experimenting, playing covers but pushing boundaries. Psychedelic sounds, improvisation, surreal stage presence. Barrett infused their early music with whimsy, lyricism, and weirdness. Songs like See Emily Play, Astronomy Damen, Interstellar Overdrive reflected a band becoming more than those simple covers. Their debut album The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, 1967, is often viewed as one of their purest expressions. Barrett's energy, his strange lyrical flights, and the band's willingness to leap off the map in sonic terms. But not long after, Syd started changing. Mental health issues, heavy psychedelic drug use, especially LSD, and erratic behavior on and off stage. He would sometimes refuse to play, detune his guitar, get lost in performance or silence. As these problems grew, the other members worried. Their future, tours, their reputation. In late 1967, early 1968, they brought in David Gilmour to help cover for Syd's inconsistencies. At first, the idea was that Syd could still contribute, but in a lesser role. Eventually, in 1968, Barrett was no longer part of the performing core of Pink Floyd. After Barrett's departure, Pink Floyd didn't settle. They transformed. Now, with Waters, Gilmour, Mason, and Wright, they explored more structured, conceptual albums, still retaining experimental edges but pushing themes: time, mental illness, alienation, the individual vs. society. Albums like A Saucerful of Secrets, Metal, The Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side, 1973, became a defining album, both sonically and commercially, famous for its atmosphere, soundscapes, production, deep themes of mortality, time, madness. Their live shows grew in scale and theatrics. Their studio work became pioneering in sound engineering and thematic cohesion. Over time, tensions grew, especially around Waters' growing control over lyrics and artistic direction, contrasted with Gilmour's perspective. Wright's role also saw friction. Waters' concept albums, notably The Wall, depicted psychological isolation, verbal walls, fame, and its cost. Meanwhile, Syd Barrett withdrew almost entirely from public life after leaving the band, living quietly, dealing with his mental health, painting. In 1975, during the recording of Wish You Were Here, Barrett unexpectedly appeared at the studio. A surreal moment for the band, who hardly recognized how changed he was. They later paid tribute to him in Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Years later, Waters left the band in the early 1980s. Gilmour, Mason, and occasional collaborator Wright, until Wright's death in 2008, continued. Though some purists see the post-Waters era differently, Floyd still released major works, toured, and maintained a huge following. Pink Floyd's true story is more than music. It's a story about creative brilliance, mental illness, friendship, and betrayal, about pushing the boundaries of what rock could be. Themes that run through their work: alienation, time passing, madness, the absurdity of fame, the fragility of identity. They influenced countless artists. Their albums remain widely listened to. Their soundscapes, production techniques, live performance ambitions set standards in rock. And Syd Barrett remains a tragic genius, someone whose early influence shaped the band in ways that the later corporate or large-scale rock world couldn't overwrite. Thanks for watching.